The women men commit to versus the women men leave. Let me share something important with you. There is a huge difference between the types of women that men commit to versus the types of women that men leave. And the difference is not what you think it is. I used to know this woman who was absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Everywhere she went, she turned heads. On top of that, she also had a great bubbly personality, so all the guys loved to talk to her and interact with her. Yet, all throughout her life, she kept attracting men and relationships that were subpar. They were damaging and sometimes even toxic. She had a boyfriend in high school who ended up abusing her, and he cheated on her. She had a boyfriend in university who would ignore her, and he cheated on her as well. She then found a boyfriend who was so passive in the relationship that she just couldn't take it any longer and left that relationship at the age of 29. It was literally impossible for her to keep a decent relationship for more than a few short years. Yet she is as physically attractive as any woman can be, and she had a great personality. How does that even happen? How can you look as great as she did and end up alone and lonely? Well, as women, we're conditioned to try to increase our external beauty as much as we can. But maybe, just maybe, that isn't really the answer. On the other end of the spectrum, I've known women who were very average looking in appearance who easily and effortlessly inspire long-term commitment from men. Sure, they didn't get the excitement of men drooling over them in the streets as often as maybe some other women did, but they actually won the ultimate prize. Maybe the less noticed and the less glamorous prize, but it was the best prize of all. The prize of a man's unconditional devotion and commitment. They didn't just have men lusting after them on the streets, they had men falling in love with them. And I'm sure you are aware of the difference between lust and desire and falling in love. So the answer here is definitely not in perfecting your appearance, even though we often think it is. You see, ultimately, the difference between the types of women that men commit to and the types of women that men leave comes down to a few small factors that you may not be even aware of as a woman. So often, us as women, we try our best to fit in, to do the right thing, and to be enough for this world. We try to look attractive, be intelligent, and dress well, and we think that this is what men will commit to. But nothing could be further from the truth. The truth is that your looks and your personality don't really matter nearly as much as you think they do when it comes to getting men to commit to you. The little known secret is that men love to commit to the type of woman that they consciously and subconsciously believe are their one and only type of woman. But what does that really mean? Well, it means that your man has subconsciously made the decision to seriously invest and commit to you and only you. There's only space for one woman in a man's one and only category. And by the way, marriage isn't the ultimate sign that you're a man's one and only woman. Marriage can be a sign that you're a man's one and only, but it's his emotional commitment that will make all the difference. Men can get married for many different reasons, but they always, and I mean always, emotionally commit to their one and only. Marriage and emotional commitment don't always go hand in hand, and I'm sure you've noticed that. So what we're looking for here is to get a man's emotional commitment, because when you get his emotional commitment, he will never want to stop loving you and protecting you. He will give you everything he has. He'll give his energy, his money, his time, and attention. So how do you become your chosen man's one and only type of woman? Well, one key factor is how high value you show up. There are certain signs that make men perceive you as a high value woman. I'm not going to cover what these are because I've already written tons of other articles and videos on this very topic over on my website. Another factor to becoming his one and only is the display of maternal instinct. This is actually something that isn't really talked about, but it is one important element that men factor in when they look for their one and only woman. In total, there are 5 key points to becoming the woman that every man would love to commit to. You can learn what these 5 key points are in my new DVD, Becoming His One and Only. Best of all, I'll give this to you for free right now. See, you as a woman have everything it takes to inspire your man's deepest commitment and to make him want you and only you. even if you don't feel attractive, or even if you don't think you have a great personality. It's just not about that. In order for you to have and experience that deeply committed relationship that us feminine women all crave, you need to understand what it takes to become your man's one and only. That is where all of your answers lie. Because here's the inconvenient truth. A man will give you all of his time, all of his attention, emotional energy, and resources when you become his one and only type of woman. And he will give you virtually nothing when he sees you as his one of many. When I say virtually nothing, I mean he'll do the absolute bare minimum just to keep you around. That means that he'll do the bare minimum to keep you around as a resource in his life, but never anything more. But that's nothing like the love, the adoration, and the commitment that women receive when they've become their man's one and only. This is why I've put together a very special DVD titled Becoming His One and Only. Inside this DVD, I want to teach you in detail the 5 secrets to having your chosen man fall in love with you and beg you to be his one and only. By the way, this DVD is completely free right now while this video is up, and no strings attached. So do take this opportunity to get yourself a copy before it disappears. You can get yourself a copy at boodvd.com. That's BHOODVD.com. Again, this DVD won't cost you a thing, and it's my gift back to the community that has served me so much. Oh, and if you don't have a DVD player, that's no problem. We also have an online version of this too. Anyway, that's enough talking. I hope this video has helped you, and I can't wait to speak to you again very soon.